Being pretty is actually one of the most coolest things that can happen to any lady, woman, or girl. You know, if you're a pretty person, you agree with me that when you go out there, you get a lot of compliments. I mean, people go out of their way to do you good. You get a lot of favors. But just like being pretty has its advantages, it definitely also has its disadvantages. And the disadvantages are not so pretty. Trust me. Okay? And that is why I'm making this video today. I'm making this video for those people who are pretty and, you know, they're going through similar things that I'm going through. So I decided to make this video. Okay? Now, the first things that nobody tell you about being pretty is the fact that you have friend enemies. I call them friend enemies. Like, you have a lot of people coming into your life, want to be your friend, want to wine and dine with you, right? But that whole thing is a facade. At some point, that friendship turns to enemies. And you need to pray for discernment, because if you do not have discernment, you will be blindsided. These people in your life will be like, oh my God, I'm so down for you. We're cool, we're good. But behind you, you don't know what they're thinking about you. And it comes to the fact that they just jealous you, that like they'll start getting jealous of you. And if you're not careful, they will start plotting against you. There is a story I read in an article 5 years ago about this very pretty girl who was poisoned by her own best friend. And when they interviewed the best friend why she did what she did, she said that the girl was so pretty and she was jealous that the girl was pretty, and she was getting a lot of advances from rich men, because she, the friend, doesn't get those advances, but her pretty friend got all those advances. She gets gifts and she get, you know, all those advances from rich men, and that was why she got jealous and poisoned her. Now, when I saw that was 5 years ago, I was taken aback. I was like, what? Just like that? Especially if you're a girl, you're not just pretty on the face, you're also having the perfect body and a perfect skin. Like, who doesn't want that? Everybody wants that. That is why, if you know that is who you are, the mirrors don't lie, and also the compliment that you receive, if you go out there and you get a lot of compliment, that means you're actually pretty. Okay? And if you know that you're actually pretty, you need to always check your circle. Keep your circle small, or don't even have any circle at all, because it's not worth it. Okay? I always preach this. You can love people from afar. They don't have to be very close to you. All right? Now, another thing that nobody tells you about being pretty is the hatred that comes from just not women, but also men. Yes, especially men that know they cannot get you. For whatever reason, they think, you know what, she's out of my league. I can't get her. You know, she's going to be too expensive, blah, blah, blah. Listen, they hate you for no reason. And when hatred happens, or when you start experiencing hatred, they start to lie about you. You know, even the things that you have never done, they will say you did it. And yeah, this is one of the things that I know that pretty people go through. Okay? If you see these things, don't be surprised. It's because you're pretty, and it's one of those things that come with being pretty. Okay? Now, another thing that they don't tell you about is that they think as a pretty person, you have it all figured out. I mean, they think your life is perfect. They think you have everything, you know, on your beck and call, which is not true. Pretty people also have their rough days. They don't have it all figured out. In fact, pretty people sometimes, if not most of the times, they go through it the worst, because not everybody think they have it all figured out, so they cannot ask. You know, they're afraid or ashamed to ask. All right? Because they feel like if they ask, people will say, oh, you're too pretty to be asking for that, or you're too pretty to, you know, to not have that. Listen, if you have a pretty person in your life and you know they're pretty, please give them a break. And when they're talking to you, listen to them. All right? they do not have it all figured out. And if you're watching this video and you know that you're a pretty person, don't be ashamed to, you know, talk when you know that something is not if you know that things are not right with you, you know that you still want to get your life together. Open your mouth and talk, okay? Because if you do not talk, then nobody is going to help you. A closed mouth is a closed mouth is a closed destiny, right? Is that what it said? Right? So also always open your mouth and talk. Don't be ashamed and don't be afraid to talk. All right? Now, these are the 3 things that I know about someone who is pretty. Okay? And really, if the world can at least try to be cordial with pretty people, I think the world is going to be a better place, and we'll not have a lot of depressed pretty people out there. So I'm going to stop here in this video today. I hope that you learned something, and drop me your comments in the comment section below and tell me what are your experiences as a pretty person that you've experienced before. And also tell me, I also give this video a thumbs up, okay? And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Love you.